Alrighty then. Hey, this is Wentus yet again, and I'm going to be continuing my Let's Play of Pikmin 2. Last time, we finished off the previous cave, which would be the Hole of Heroes? Yeah, and we entered into the final cave, the Dream Den, hopefully to find Louie. Now, I'm going to be totally honest with you guys right now. This is being recorded post-commentary. I actually completely lost the footage for the original commentary. I don't know what happened to it. All I know is that it was not saved correctly. Pretty sure that's something to do with the fact that I had to actually split this recording up into two parts, but you'll see about that later. Either way, though, we're going to be going around on this first floor, and my goal here is just to clear things out. I believe there's only one treasure on this floor, so we shouldn't be taking too much time on it, but as per usual, of course, we're going to have to clear out all these poison traps just because, well, it's bad habit to leave them around. You never know when a fight's going to just send you... my voice cracked on the word fight. When a fight's going to send you in a direction you didn't expect and you have to hide in a corner or something like that, you never know. Either way, let's continue moving along here. Not sure what I'm doing waving around everything here. Whatever. Oh, interesting. I just realized. For one thing, I want to point out, I'm also recording this in my video editor. Rather, I'm viewing the footage in my video editor as I'm recording my audio right now. And oddly enough, I don't really know what I was thinking, because this was actually recorded like a month ago. I'm not even joking. Like, at the time of me recording this, okay, I've actually finished the series, for one thing, at the time of me recording this, and there's another thing, I actually have begun working on my next... Yeah, I'm not going to... I should probably just drop that subject. Let's just say I've got a lot of stuff in the works right now, and I've already started working on those quite a bit since the time this episode was originally recorded, so I have very few memories of what actually happened. I mean... You guys are getting Pikmin 2 released a lot later than when I recorded it, but that's primarily due to the fact that I had to take care of some life business. I went over that in my channel update, though, so you guys don't need to hear that again. Now, let's see. What's the plan here? Just clear out the poison, I suppose? I should mention, the post-commentary in this episode only goes up till sub-level 3. Because I actually did manage to salvage the recording of everything past sub-level 3, simply because it was actually a separate audio file. Okay, I'll go over that in that particular part of the video, though. I remember what happened with... Well, okay. As of right now, I don't remember why I split those videos. Or split those audio recordings. But as for me, when I recorded the second half, I remembered then, and I explained it then. So you guys will find out then. This episode's shaping up to be really awkward, which is kind of a shame since it is the last cave. And the very end of the game, in fact. I already miss playing this game, though. I've actually been playing a bit of Pikmin 3 on my spare time, just because I've really wanted to play some more Pikmin. And there are a lot of dwarf Bulborbs here. Or rather, I think that's what they're called, dwarf orange Bulborbs? I'm not exactly sure, though. I always forget the exact names of the enemies. And this actually reminds me, at the time of recording this, I still haven't done the enemy, Olimar's journal, all that I wanted to go over in a bonus video. I haven't recorded that yet, because, of course, the final episode isn't even out yet. Why would I record that? But that will still be coming out for sure. Wow, this is really loud in my ears, like I can't even hear myself talking. Probably should have turned that down before recording, but whatever. But you can see right now, this is just the first floor of this cave. This cave is significantly more difficult than any of the previous ones we had. I mean, arguably the Hole of Heroes could have been considered more difficult, but I personally say this one is by far the hardest cave in the game. Which is, of course, why I saved it for last. That and other reasons that you'll find out later. But I also gotta point out something that I don't think I ever went over in my actual playthrough. Was I really like these caves that have kind of an above-ground theme to them on their first floor. It's kind of an interesting idea. I don't know, it always seemed kind of awkward to me when I was younger, but I don't know, I like the design of it now. And it always has these, like, childish toys lying around as the barrier. It's really interesting and makes you really think, why is this even here? But in a good way. Either way, though, I believe that's the only cave we had was that half a kiwi, and we'll be heading on to the next floor momentarily. As soon as that gets back, of course, and we have to clear a path. Still, talking about what I was mentioning earlier, I've been playing a lot of Pikmin 3 recently, and it's really... how to put it? Here, I'll go ahead and go over this treasure first. disguise delicacy. I don't know, I've never been a big fan of kiwis. I mean, the flavor's okay, but I don't know, the texture really throws me off. I guess it makes sense that it's called disguise delicacy since it looks like a hairy thing on the outside. But enough of that, though. We should probably be moving on to the next floor. Probably, right? Yeah, we're moving on to the next floor. I think. Yeah, there we go. Oh, jeez, this is really weird. I don't think I've ever done post-commentary before. I might have done it once, but I don't have any real memory of it. But, yeah, this is pretty much a fresh experience for me, because if I have done it, it's been years. I hear Gatling Groink. I remember this floor. I hate this floor. I really do. Now, if I recall correctly, what I planned on doing here was just clearing out the basic area, but I'm going to take advantage of that Gatling Groink and basically go out there with just Olimar or just the President. I don't remember which one I use. And what I try to do is bait it into killing all the other creatures, I think. Because it's really just not worth it to me to risk all my Pikmin fighting all these other enemies just to... Okay, I have to fight all these other enemies while there's explosions raining down, so it isn't worth it to me. Either way, though, I'm going to cut this part out. Alright, that just about does it. Managed to clear out all the enemies in there by using the President. You may have noticed I went in as Olimar, but I came out as the President. The reason for that is I actually want to make sure Olimar doesn't get too damaged, and the President, well, I don't like him as much as a character, so he's kind of expendable. Either way, though, we're going to take some yellow Pikmin in here, and we're going to try to take this guy down. This fight is not the easiest one in the game. Nowhere near, in fact. I mean, as I've pointed out before, Gatling Groink shots are really weird so that Pikmin only actually die if they're in the center of the blast, which is really bizarre to me, but I don't complain because this is one really tough enemy. So what we're doing here is we're just going to try to bait him into having his back face to us and then rush up there. Because if we're just throwing him at his faceplate, then the Pikmin get kind of deflected off. Of course, we can throw them at his feet, but it's not nearly as efficient. But I think that's pretty much our only option here, just because it's really difficult to maneuver around and get him to face away from us long enough for us to throw enough Pikmin at him. Whoa, he really knocked all those away. And the unfortunate thing is I can't see its health bar. And I remember this was an issue in the original recording too, is that it's just in that certain position to where unless I zoom out a lot, I can't see its health bar and I don't like adjusting the camera angle because it makes it feel really awkward to play. Okay, there we go. Just looked at it real quick, and we can see he has about a third of his health left. But that'll be down soon enough. Alright, just need to whistle them away so that they can dodge. This fight really does take a while. I remember I actually considered cutting this fight out in the original recording just because it takes so long, but honestly, showing my method of going about this might be useful to some people, so I decided to stick with it being in the final cut. I wish I could see his health. I think he's on like just a tiny bit left, just about 10% maybe. So just a couple more shots ought to do it. We really need to face him away though, because he's just bombarding the bridge, or rather the ramp, as we go up it. So we need to get at least a second or so of free time, and my computer just... Oh, gee. Okay, good. Sorry, the monitor just went blank. I thought the recording was like crashing or something like that. It was a bit weird there, but oh well. Oh, whoa, that was a bit weird. Oh crap, I just realized it kind of had a bit of a bug. But oh well, that shouldn't be any sort of an issue. This guy is about down, or rather he might be down on screen right now, because unfortunately right now what it's showing for me is actually the video pause. So that's a bit awkward, but either way, that guy should be down by now. We got a treasure out of him, we got that pencil and pencil sharpener. I thought that was an interesting combo, by the way, the pencil and the pencil sharpener. But yeah, either way though, I'm gonna go ahead and close off this recording for now. It was about time anyway. We're gonna be heading down to the next floor, and that's where the actual recording resumes. So this has been post-Wentus. This has been post-Wentus. See you guys later. let's try that again. Story time. I might sound a bit different right now because, well, I ended up canceling that last recording because my allergies got really bad. That and this floor gave me some, issues. Either way, I ended up ultimately stopping the recording because I lost so many Pikmin that I couldn't actually go on, and I figured I would stop recording entirely for the day since my allergies were so bad at the time that I actually couldn't keep recording. So I'm back now, and it is actually, let's see, today is Monday. That was recorded on like Thursday of last week. So it's been a few days since I've done this. I've actually recorded several things since then. And I've gone to a Smash tournament, so yeah, a lot has happened. Either way, though, let's move to this floor. I'm a bit more aware of what's coming, so I'm not gonna move as quickly. In fact, the second that thing shows up, I'm referring to the Spotty Bullbear, of course. I am going to run as fast as I can. Okay. I hear yipping of dwarf bullbears, which means he's probably already on the ground. I hear them yipping somewhere over here. Run, 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 run. Run faster, run faster. Okay. Forgot, yeah, there's bombs. What is that yipping sound? Like, seriously, that sounds like a dwarf bullbear yipping, but I don't see anything for it to be yipping at. And if assuming that giant guy falls from the ceiling again, then he shouldn't be out there getting their attention. They make that yipping noise whenever they start following a larger bullbear as well, so a bit confused there. Either way, let's cautiously move forward. I'm going to take out these little guys first because they're the ones I can take out the fastest. Okay. Now for this guy up here. I'm keeping an escape route in mind at all times throughout this. And I'm trying to clear as many hazards out as possible while doing so. Let's see then. Let's go ahead and see if we can't knock him out of the air and just call everyone back. There we go. That's what I wanted. Okay, he's taken care of with no casualties yet. Okay, gonna have to take out this little guy with the yellow Pikmin. There we go. Yeah, they're definitely yipping over there random. You know what? I bet that means the big guy is up there. Interesting. That might actually be a bug that'll save my life. Because they're yipping and following as if there is a larger guy up there. But there's none there, so I assume he's up in the air, which means that when these characters appear, they already exist, they're just, their model is really high up in the air. That is quite interesting. Let's take care of these hazards before we get remotely near that, though. I'm fairly certain that the treasure is inside of him, and I think I'm going to use a purple potion to take him down. Okay, now let's send White Pikmin to clear this out further. And pull them out. Oh, not exactly pulling them out, but one of you should crush him. There we go. Okay, I'm taking this as slow as I can because I know what the risks are. Oh, shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Get everyone out of there. Some blue Pikmin just died from poison. Okay. Now, I'm going to ignore where that large one is. I know he's there now. Well, I don't know. I'm guessing based on just I don't know, just based on those things moving there. I have a hunch that he's there. Oh, that is a bomb falling from the ceiling. That is another bomb falling from the ceiling. Just keep running. That is a third bomb, not from the ceiling, but instead from the careening Dirigi bug. Now, let's go ahead and knock him down, maybe? I would have preferred to get him down before he grabbed a bomb. Okay, let's go ahead and latch onto him again. Come on, latch on. There we go. That's what I like to see. Fewer careening Dirigi bugs, the better. Okay. Now, there's something I need to check real quick. I'm going to pause. Alright, sorry about that. I have a video uploading, and I had a flash come up on screen, not on the video upload itself, but on something else saying that I had disconnected from the internet, and I was making sure that it was still uploading fine. But it seems that that's all good. So now, what we're going to do is send in a distraction Pikmin. We can go with a red Pikmin. Summon him! There we go. Alright, now... Alright. Throw you. That missed! There we go. Come on. Just get on him as quickly as you can. And preferably, yes, perfect. Okay, I wanted to kill him in such a way that it would actually show that if you destroy them while they're in rock form, they... Oh, shoot, some of them latch onto the nectar when I didn't want them to. I wanted to get our purples all flowered, but oh well. Yeah, I wanted to show that if you destroy them while they're solidified, it will drop nectar or potions. So I wanted to make sure that was clear, and frankly, we needed it more than we needed just a random Bullbear corpse, or Bullbear corpse, technically. Plus, that's actually a very efficient way of making sure that... What was I saying? Oh yeah, it's a very efficient way to make sure that the Bullbears don't resurrect. Now let's just wait for that treasure to arrive and get out of here. Sooner the better. I think we lost one Pikmin on this floor, which, considering how my original attempt went before I had to cut the recording, yeah, I'd say that's pretty good. It's taking them a while to get there. What am I stepping on? Apparently my cat is asleep underneath my desk. I accidentally moved my foot onto her tail. Glee Spinner, and that is a control stick for the GameCube controller. I wish we could see underneath it, because I know there's a little... It looks very interesting underneath. I've actually worked with these things before. Kind of hard to describe what it is, though. But, okay, that is the last treasure for this floor. Let's go ahead and move on. I'm trying to center my pointer again. It's weird how this pointer is programmed. There, now it's centered. Like, there are ways... Sometimes if I point really far away, it'll just, like, consider that to center. It's weird. But let's move on. See, I wonder. I'm playing this on the Wii, of course, and the control stick on the nunchuck definitely looks different from the GameCube one. Oh god, this floor. Remember when we had a floor a lot like this one that was full of bombs? This one's worse. A lot worse. A lot worse. Oh god, I forgot about this. What is the point of this here? It looks like an alternate method of getting Pikmin down, but I'd want to clear the way. Oh well. Luckily these little beetles here are kind of pointless. However, you, sir, are not pointless. You are a serious threat. Now, I have an idea. If there's a cut here... Well, actually, there's going to be a cut here regardless. I'm going to try this. Well, that wasn't too bad. So, I realized that they were all lined up in such a way that I could probably just trick them all into killing each other, which I was nearly correct on. There were like 3 or 4 that I had to punch to death, but that was all. This floor is actually pretty easy if you just go in with the captain, because these enemies are really easy to kill, assuming they're not the red ones. Whoa! Those two just connected! I didn't even know that was possible! Well, that just happened. I'm only taking yellow Pikmin here because only the Anode Beetles are the one. They're the only ones left, and well, yellow Pikmin aren't threatened at all by them, and there's only one treasure, so we can easily just have our yellow Pikmin take care of this one without losing any Pikmin. And causing as few deaths as possible, since we've already killed all the hostile enemies. These ones are technically... I consider these to be passive enemies because they aren't really trying to kill your Pikmin. It's very clearly just a defense mechanism. But here we have another coin that appears to be Roman, or is that a quarter? I'm not sure. Either way, something I wanted to talk about with this. I feel like it's kind of wrong to go through this with just the captains and clear out the floors, but frankly, I don't want to take those kind of risks. Maybe it's just my days of trying to go for no Pikmin lost runs speaking, but it feels natural to just kind of go through with the captains and kill things, but at the same time, it feels like it's against the point of the game. And this floor had potential to be one of the most difficult if I didn't use the captains. I mean, instant death electricity, all these enemies with instant death rocks. There may not have been bombs thrown in, but the fact that these guys also throw the Pikmin away in a straight line pretty far, with all these drop-offs here, basically made it so that fighting those enemies would be nearly suicide. So, I don't know. I could have gone for it, but odds are I would have ended up losing so many Pikmin that I would have to do this floor over again, which I wanted to do even less. So that's my logic as to why I did this. As for the Bullbear floor, that was just a personal challenge, because that floor is kind of difficult to take on. Meanwhile, this was really easy. As you can see, I got hit like once my entire time through here, and it wasn't even by a rock, it was by just those guys shaking. And it dealt like no damage. So, yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on that. And those Pikmin should be getting back right about now, actually. That's definitely not a quarter. Mirrored element. I wonder if it ever mentions in the treasure reports that this depicts a very clearly human face that is very different from a Hokotation or even a Kopite. So, I don't know, maybe they mentioned something about this being the indigenous species of this planet or something like that, or rather, one of the indigenous species that was intelligent. Either way, let's go ahead and delve deeper. Sublevel 5 out of, I think this one has 13 floors. Again, I have notes on all this that I keep open at all times in this, and I'm very bad at navigating a computer with my left hand. This one has 14 sublevels. Okay. So let's look around. Okay, Bullbear there. A Withering Blowhog, Fiery Blowhog, lots of fire traps, Fiery Bullbear, another Bullbear. This is using very simple enemies for a very efficient killing. Because even though Bullbears are relatively easy to kill, they're still a pretty significant threat. And Fiery Bullbears are simplistic enemies, but they require you to use red Pikmin to fight them. Which, I didn't bring many red Pikmin along. Oh, apparently that Bullbear just woke up randomly. Weird. And so did that Fiery Bullbear. Luckily, their radius we're outside their radius. I guess the sound of fighting in their radius or something. Huh. I think I just came up with a new strategy for dealing with Bullbears underground. That was certainly interesting. I guess Bullbear pathing is worse than that of Pikmin. Wow, I can't believe that actually just happened. Sorry, I completely lost my train of thought of what I was thinking of because that was just really out of nowhere. Let's see, he probably has a treasure in him. He does. Okay, that guy's gonna shoot at us probably. Nope, he seems to be stuck. Oh well. I'm gonna see if I can get through this and ignore the fiery blowhogs if possible, because we're fireproof and red Pikmin are fireproof. Ideally, we won't have to use any other Pikmin. But that's ideally no guarantee that's going to happen. Especially since we only have 10 red Pikmin. But let's go ahead, just in case, we're going to clear out all of these fire traps. So let's take a look. There's the exit. There's that. Do you guys actually contain anything of value? No, it looks like that Fiery Blowhog has the only treasure. And there's 21 treasures in here and 14 subfloors. It seems like they're having a lot of floors, though, with just one treasure on it. It seems a bit bizarre. Okay, here's the plan. We can take him on as best we can and do this as carefully as possible. What? Oh, apparently I missed with one, causing that one to die. Crap. It's very possible to take down a Bullbear with 10 Pikmin without losing any, though. It's not actually that big of a deal. Is he going to? Nope, he's going to do that completely safely, apparently. Huh. I wonder. Let's get his attention again. Let's see if we can't... Hey, over here, buddy. Oh, he's a sleepy one. Come on. Try to chase me here. Come on. Do it. Oh my god, he did it! And that is a very large apple. Huh. Well, I did not expect that to actually work. Guess that's actually a pretty reliable method to use. I don't know if that would be considered exploiting the AI or not, though, because, I don't know, it doesn't feel like it's that big of a deal. I mean, if they're dumb enough to walk off, they're dumb enough to walk off. Let's see, then. So we need at least 15 Pikmin to carry that back. We may as well clear out this area with our red Pikmin, just to be safe. Also, let me double-check on that upload again. I accidentally closed it down. Alright, we're good. Sorry, I'm always paranoid about uploads. For those of you that have been around since my very early days of Let's Playing, which I don't think there's very many of you, or at least a very small percentage of you, that have been around since this was an issue. Like back when I had, how many was it? Somewhere around 15 subscribers, I would commonly have issues of uploads just plain failing. And I'm always paranoid about it, even though my internet connection is much better now than it ever was then. I'm still extremely paranoid about that going wrong. Let's go ahead and have white Pikmin help out with it to be safe. I mean, they're not fireproof, and I'm pretty sure that fire Blowhog won't be an issue. But they're the fastest, which is likely the wisest choice. There we go. And I'm going to watch this like a hawk to make sure nothing goes wrong. But that appears to be the only treasure for this floor, so we're pretty much good. Also to note, as far as like efficiency tactics, oh god. That's why I was watching like a hawk, in case something like that nearly took place, but as I was saying, for efficiency's sake, one of the things that's wise to do is take out enemies that you have immunities to with the captains, just because it works a bit more easily. Specifically, like, these guys can't hurt us except for with their swings, so it's very easy to kill them with the captains. Insect Condo. And you know, for some reason I remember that treasure being much, much higher up. Like, I'm talking, like, on the first floor I remember that one. But, oh well. Let's go ahead and keep moving on. Yeah, I'm not just being crazy about that, because I distinctly remember it being on the first floor of this cave, and, because the first floor looks really like it's outdoors, I remember the apple fitting in like it was a picnic. Still, let's go ahead and delve deeper. And there's the Pikmin running through the fire as if it's nothing because cutscene immunity. Okay, let's see. This is the 6th floor. We're up to 25 minutes in this recording. But this isn't exactly the safest spot to stop recording. Okay, okay, there's no immediate threats. Okay, I'm just going to pause, and yeah, this is going to be the end of this recording, because I've gone 25 minutes on this second recording, I guess you could call it, and I still have a solid, like, 10 on the first one. I guess I need to consider the fact that I was away for a solid 10 with the cutout parts, but either way, I think this is a good spot to end it off. We're 6 floors in of a 14-floor dungeon. I'm going to end it off here. Either way, though, guys, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And if you did enjoy and you'd like to support me, as per usual, the best way you can is to tell your friends. Seriously, it helps me out a whole lot. And of course, if you haven't already and you'd like to, feel free to if you'd like to see more of my content, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Or don't. Either way, really. This has been Wentus. Thank you guys very much for watching. And I'll see you guys next time when we continue this game of Pikmin 2. See you then.